Hello and welcome to the It's Your Effin' Journey podcast. My name is Melissa Hemming, and if a life coach and a therapist had a baby, you get me. I am really excited for you to hear today's episode. I had so much fun talking to Liz about her amazing, incredible journey to 6 stars. She just completed her 6 star in Boston, and what a ride it was for me to watch. So cool. She shares her journey of running on Instagram, and no doubt you will all be inspired and just thrilled to be along on her journey. So look for her Instagram in the show notes. And without further ado, what time is it? Podcast time. It's a celebration. What time is it? Podcast time. Welcome, Liz, to the It's Your Effin' Journey podcast. I am so excited that you are here. I'm going to put all of your Instagram and everything in the show notes so people can follow your journey. But you just got your 6 star in Boston.
No.
This is so exciting.
I know.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
So you are the newest 6 star in my world, and I just it was so incredible following along this journey of all the marathons. I mean, I don't know how long we've known each other, but I've definitely seen the last few that you've done, and then obviously to finish in Boston. Like, I need to hear all about this journey. Like, when okay, so I guess let's start with running. Like, tell me about running and when you started and how you started and what that looked like.
So running's kind of interesting because I for the longest time and still even now I don't truly consider myself a runner, right? So I was a soccer player in school. So I did soccer from age 6 through to college, and running in soccer is a lot different than like the consistent mile after mile after mile of running. So absolutely love the sport, but it's very much like speed intervals. You are on the field for 45-minute halves, but you're, sprinting here, going there. So when it came to marathon training, honestly, my favorite run of the week was the speed workout, doing the intervals, doing the speed stuff. I absolutely loved it. But I was in high school. Actually, it was the summer before high school. And I guess it was my soccer coach. And he said, on the off season, maybe pick up a different sport, try something else and get, keep up with like your fitness and everything. So I don't know why running. And I joined like the cross country team on the boardwalk. So I'm from New Jersey. I'm from central New Jersey. It does exist. That's a whole other topic. So I joined the cross country team on the boardwalk, which is completely flat. And we did, some summer nights just running on the boardwalk, and it was a lot of fun. And then the cross country coach said, listen, if you really want to get into cross country, you should go join this camp. It was like a week camp at Homedale Park. And Homedale is probably about 20 minutes from my house. And it's, I guess, kind of a famous cross country. I'm going to get like totally picked on, but it's a pretty famous or popular cross country course for running. And, I didn't realize that. And I was like, yeah, sure. I'll go to this camp. And it was a week, and we were there, and we ran and we ran and we ran and we ran it forwards, and then we ran it backwards, and then we ran the bowl, which is like just this huge, like, it looks like a bowl. You just go down, 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 down. And it's a very steep incline back up. And we would do sprints on the incline, and it was just like all this running. a whole week. The last day was like a mock race, and it was the only I came home in tears, and I said I cannot go back. It was the only time I DNS'd, like did not start. I DNS'd a race. I didn't show up. I didn't show up. I quit the camp on like
No
day 4 or
way.
5, and I was just traumatized for like decades. I did actually go back in during COVID in 2020, and I brought a friend, and we ran the course
I love
just to
that.
like just to like get it out of my system. Like that was the beast that destroyed me for
Oh
decades.
my God.
Yeah, I actually have that in my Instagram stories. You know how you can archive stories? So
Yeah,
there, it
yeah.
is in there. That
I gotta
trip
take a
back.
look.
Yeah. um, yeah, so I didn't run. I didn't run until probably about 2017. Some friends at work they were doing 5Ks and they were having a lot of fun, and they said, come join us. So in
And you were like, it's
2018,
not
I think it
fun.
was, yeah, I know. I was like, what do you mean it's fun? I know this is a trick. um, after maybe like a year, I finally signed up for my first 5K. I thought I was like super cool. I wore a cotton 3/4 sleeve t-shirt that was from a local beer fest. Um, and I ran. I said I just wanted to run without stopping. And that was like my goal. God forbid you should like walk during a run, or
Right?
walk during a race. I was like, I'm going to run the whole time. And I, I kept pace with this man who was probably in his 80s somewhere. And he was just shuffling, shuffle, shuffle. And like I would get ahead of him, and then he would get ahead of me, and we were just like neck and neck the whole race. I blacked out. Like it was, this 5K was like the craziest experience. But it came at a time in my life when I was going through a lot medically, and I had gained a lot of weight, and I had like a serious amount of depression, and like anytime I would smile for photos, like with friends and stuff or family, my smile, like I see it now. I saw it a couple years after that, and I saw it, and I was like, I'm not really smiling. My smile was just like, there was no joy in it,
Yeah.
and I saw my finish line photo of that 5K, and I'm very overweight. I think I was probably about 216 pounds. And I'm wearing clothes that are probably like 2 sizes bigger than me, right? I'm
Yeah.
just kind of draping all over. And I had this big, toothy, goofy, grinny smile. I had this big
Oh,
smile. It's just that joy that you get from running.
yeah.
And I think that's when I saw that, and I was like, you just see like the happiness on my face. And it just made me realize that I trained for that 5K, and I pushed myself hard, and I had the courage to show up. And I was like, I finished that race, and I had this huge smile, this huge moment of accomplishing something so big, and I was just so happy. And at that moment I was like, I get it now. Like I get why people get hooked on running and get hooked in this community, and just see the joy in it. And I think like having that experience of training for something, something that scared me, something that was a challenge, and just being able to push myself and get across that finish line with this big old smile. And I was like, that's what I've been missing. Like I had lost that in like these years that I was going through like all this medical stuff. Like I had really lost it. And I don't know. Everyone always is like, what's your why? What's your why? Why do you run?
Yeah.
And I don't know. Like I think about it and I'm like, first of all, do you have to have a why? Can we normalize not knowing why?
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
Well, and that
but
smile alone is a good enough reason, right? Like,
yeah, yeah, just having that overwhelming feeling of accomplishing something and like setting a goal. Um, I've just been so drawn to that challenge. Maybe something that's really scary, like, wow, now I'm running marathons. So obviously there's steps, right? I know
100%.
some people probably go from 5K or maybe couch to marathon, right?
Yeah.
But I did it in steps. It escalates quickly.
So what was next after your first 5K? You were like, I have to get more of this. I have to do more of this.
Yeah, so after the first 5K, there were some more 5Ks. I did eventually sign up for a half marathon. I was still very heavy. My first half marathon, I was probably about 216 pounds. I again ran it in like a cotton shirt. This one was short sleeves, but I ran it in a stupid cotton t-shirt. I was not getting any good advice at the time,
Cotton is rotten.
clearly. Just not getting any help. Um,
Sometimes
yeah,
it takes us a while to
probably around
learn
that
things,
time.
you know?
Yeah, I mean, I had a Fitbit, big, goofy headphones, like, just with this wire that I would fish down my sports bra. It's just, I don't know. Definitely doing some crazy things. But I was showing up.
That's what counts.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I ran the half, and my goal was to just get to the finish line with a smile. Because I said to myself, if you like this, if you might want to do this again. So don't have a miserable experience. Just don't put too much stress on yourself. Have a good time, enjoy it, enjoy the mile you're in, that kind of mentality, because you never know if you want to do it again. So don't like get to that finish line and just say, oh, that was the worst. I don't know why I did this. I just wanted to, yeah, I just wanted to enjoy it. I just wanted to like get there, experience the miles, the moment, the people around me, the other runners, the spectators, and just take it all in. I finished with some of the funniest photos from that one too.
What half was it?
That was the New Jersey half, which they don't do anymore. They used to do it was the New Jersey Marathon, New Jersey half. It was in 2019, and COVID, of course, ended a lot of well, nothing like happened in 2020,
Yeah.
but they just never came back. They never, which is a shame because I know a lot of people liked running that race. Yeah, so it was the last one they did, but it was a good time. It was a good time. I have a photo from that one that cracks me up. Is my finish photo, and I wore this like very light colored like seafoam green cotton short sleeve, and I just had like this massive like boob sweat like underneath my shirt. I mean, the things you learn, Like another, I did a half marathon in like these bright yellow shorts I thought were so cute. It made my outfit look cute. And that too, the sweat, like from my legs, it looked like I peed myself. And maybe I did. I don't know. But
Yeah. I was telling my
yeah.
friend my most embarrassing finish line photos were a race that I did. It was just a 5K, but it was I had a yeast infection, and the night before I had used one of those like insertion treatments. No
Oh,
idea.
right.
The next day when I ran the race, and I didn't know even until I saw the photos. It was I wore black leggings, and it was just white all inside of my
Oh,
thighs. I was
no.
mortified. And of course, like nobody looks at nobody looks at your own pictures like you look at your pictures. So my friend who had
No, yeah,
posted them
yeah.
didn't even notice. I had to message her, and I was like, please take that down.
Take it down. Or like, could you crop just like top up? You know what I mean? Like maybe the photo looks great, but just like crop the bottom off.
Never again. And I'm like, never again will use cream, right? Like, I'm like, just give me the pill because that was terrible and so embarrassing. So I
I
get
keep
it.
getting emails. Yeah, and I get emails from I was the rock and roll half marathon down in Virginia Beach when I wore the yellow shorts, and I get emails, and they're from I don't know which photography company they used, and they say, "Hey, don't forget to get your photos." Like years after, they're like, "Your photos are gonna like disappear," and I'm like, "Good, like
Yeah,
stop reminding me."
we don't need them.
I don't need that. I really don't need that.
Oh my God, that's the best.
Yeah.
So, what was your
Um,
first marathon?
so my first marathon, I what did I do in 2020? Early, I signed up with the American Cancer Society to run the New York City Marathon with Team Determination in 2020, and COVID happened, and then so we were going to run in 2021, and I did, but they also the New York Roadrunners had this virtual marathon where you, if you're really like quick fingers on the computer, you can sign up for their virtual marathon, and then you run it, and then you got entry into another year for their marathon. So I was able to do that. So in 2020, I trained for a marathon, my first marathon. I trained that year with a friend, and then another friend also was doing a virtual. And the three of us, I mapped out a course. I was the race director. We had friends and family come in like little spots and cheer us on.
Oh,
And we ran 26.2 miles on the day that the New York City Marathon was supposed to actually happen. And
oh,
um,
that's
and
great.
we ran it. Yeah, so that was technically my first 26.2. Um, and then after that, ran the New York City Marathon in 2021 for their 50th. Yeah,
That's the best, right? Isn't
it
that
was
the most
good.
amazing?
Yeah, it was good. It was great. Just I think I've always been attracted to things that are just like big and scary. You know, you're these marathons, right? The six. So that was the thing. After I finished New York, I was like, one and done. But again, just like the half, I said, make sure you have a good time because you
Yeah.
never know if you want to do it again.
Yeah.
Um, I was at Metal Monday, and here comes this woman showing up to Metal Monday engravings with one of these around her neck. And I was like, that's it. These are the six, you know? And I said, if I ever go back and do another marathon, it's going to have to be these six, because for two reasons, really. I didn't know how many I had in me. You know,
Yeah.
one was hard enough. And I was like, if I'm going to do more, it's going to be what they call the six best. Um, and then the other reason was because the metal's cool. No.
I'm like
um,
drooling over here. It's so beautiful. Such an accomplishment.
I know it is. Yeah, it is pretty. It's quite large.
Yeah, I love it. Like, what are you doing?
um,
Are you just like sleeping with it and walking around with it and eating with it and like taking it all on
I
all
don't
your
know. I don't
adventures?
know. It hasn't. I do show and tell. Yeah, I do bring it around to a lot of, friends. A lot of everyone's been a little part of the journey. They've heard me
Yeah,
talk about it. They've helped me in fundraising, and I've also had people that are, in the running community who are also aspiring to do the same challenge. And just like my fitness coach, my nutrition coach, like everybody. So I bring it around. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't figured out what to do with them yet. I've seen a lot of beautiful displays, so I'll probably eventually do a display.
yeah,
Um, they are special. It's funny because I look at it, I'm like, it's material, right? For me, it's been about the journey. It's been about the people I've met, the miles that you run, the good, the bad, the travel, the experiences, the whole community. That I value more. Like I started to be like a little bit of a pain in the butt, but I value that. I value the
I love it.
experience more than this is like a reminder. It's a
Yeah.
memento, right? Just
Mhm.
I can look at it and just say like, yeah, wow, I was there, and I trained for each of these, and you can just remember the good times that you had. And so I
Yeah.
know, but like I'll show it to someone like, oh, it's just like a goofy medal, because it's like,
Well, and
yeah,
but
but
that's
it's
why like other runners understand, right? Like I get it, like those training cycles are no joke. Your life revolves around training for those races, and when you finally run them and do that victory lap around whatever city it is, it's incredible. And so to have that like just symbolize that whole entire journey of dedication and resilience and grit and hard work and people and support, so
yeah.
you did New York, and then you immediately learned about the 6 star, so you were like, that's now my goal.
Yeah, yeah. I guess I definitely enjoyed the experience. I love training. Like I love the training block. I love the structure of it, having a
Me
plan.
too.
Um, God, I'm not doing one right now, and I'm just like, what do I do with myself? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm like,
I
so I
totally
just like
relate.
wake up.
It's hard, right? It's hard to keep
Normally I'm
yourself
like, what?
going.
Okay, so tomorrow I have, like, I don't know what to do. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
You will.
Yeah, so I love a training block. I love doing training. And I think that's really important when it comes to running a marathon, or just like successfully enjoying your marathon experience. You have to really enjoy the training, because that is 95% of the time.
Yeah.
The marathon is just that last like hurrah, that to show like how your training went maybe, but it's your last little fun, your opportunity to run with everyone that's been through the same kind of experience as you during all these months. But yeah, like your training is 95% of your time before you get to the marathon. And I really enjoy it and thrive in it. I don't love every run and I don't love every uh, distance maybe or every weather. The last summer nearly destroyed me, but I mean, and this winter wasn't great either, but
Yeah, no.
you figure it out. And I think if you can really fall in love with the training, with that process, um, then running marathons is, you know, um, very doable. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I said let's go again. Let's do it again. I put in, what did I do? I think I put in for lottery. But when people get lottery, it's amazing. It doesn't happen anymore, does it? No.
No.
So I put in for lottery for Berlin and I put in lottery for Chicago. And I ended up getting in both of them in 2022 with lottery.
Okay.
And I ran them back to back, like 2 weeks apart.
So it was
Um,
Berlin and Chicago.
yeah, in
Okay.
2022 in the same year. Mhm. And that was a little bit tricky because halfway through the Berlin trip, I actually ended up getting sick. I'm like, why do I have a cold? Why do I feel like this? And I got home, I masked up, I got home and I tested and I had COVID. That was the first time I got it.
So you ran with
Yeah,
it?
I think I did.
Wow.
I hit the wall really bad at mile 15. I couldn't understand like what was going on, why I felt terrible. Um, yeah, so it, it was rough. I didn't realize what was going on. Like I said, I thought maybe I just had a cold. But I didn't even realize that until the next day because I didn't have any kind of like symptoms or
Yeah.
anything. Um, yeah, and then yeah,
Yeah, that'll do it.
so that I know, I know. I mean, I did okay. So I ran that and then recovered and ran Chicago. Um, but I was hitting like the same exact, like same time, same finish time for all three of them. I'm not a fast runner. I ran 4:59, 4:59, 4:59. And I decided to change my training program and was able to, the thing that kind of worked for me was adding in marathon pace miles into my long run, and I wasn't really doing that before. So that helped me kind of like, oh, okay, so this isn't just like another long run. Now I'm going to see what it feels like to be in the race.
Yeah.
And that really helped me. And I was able to shave off. I ran New York City again because I had done the virtual. And in New
Okay.
York City, I was able to shave off 15 minutes. So I ran New York at a 4:45. And then 2 weeks later, I ran Philadelphia and went in just to have a good time. And I was able to shave off another 10 minutes in Philly. So
Wow.
I got down to like a 4:35. Yeah. That was good. I think I had like 1 year when I was fast and then went back to, slow again, but it comes and goes.
As long as you're enjoying it, right? That's the rule.
Yeah. Yeah. So I did Tokyo in 2024.
Okay.
I went solo on that trip. My husband John, he didn't join me. I went solo, but I met up with another friend through social media, and I told her that she was my Tokyo best friend. Yeah, so I got to meet some people over there. Absolutely loved the city. I know you were just there this year, right?
Love, yeah, I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah, it was such a
Like
fun trip.
obsessed.
I loved,
Yeah.
yeah. I know
I
I've
never
heard you
even
talking
knew.
about 7
I didn't
Eleven.
even have anything that was never on my list to go to, and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm like, I want to go back.
Right. I know. It was so good. I absolutely loved the food, the people. It's so very like peaceful. And I like,
Yeah.
I just remember walking around Tokyo and I was like, why is it so quiet? Like I didn't hear um police sirens, ambulance sirens. I heard nothing, no fire sirens. And I mean, I live kind of in the suburbs and there's constantly sirens around. I'm just like, where do I live? You know,
Yeah.
it was just so, I don't know. Oh gosh, the public transportation, the
Oh,
food, everything was just so
7-Eleven.
clean. And I know 7-Eleven.
I'll never be the
I love,
same.
um, I know, I know. Sometimes that was like literally my dinner. I would just go to 7-Eleven.
It was always like pre-dinner, post-dinner, like before bedtime snack, like breakfast.
Yes, I know. I
I
know. And
use
then they,
I use that app called Rocket Money, and I was laughing so hard because like the month after I came back, Rocket Money sent me like my number one expense, or number one, I forget what it was called, but basically it said that I went to 7-Eleven 27 times and my average spend was $1. $1. I'm like, this is why I was there so much, because I'd buy 9 things and it would just cost $1. And it
wow.
was delicious.
Wow. Yeah, I know. What was your favorite? Oh, the pancakes. You love the pancakes
Yeah, I
there?
loved the pancakes. I love those rice balls, like the rice balls with the things inside of them. There's still things that I didn't
Is it,
try too.
remember like the,
Yes.
yeah. Did you have the triangle with the seaweed or whatever that was wrapped around it?
So good. I mean, like, how perfect for
Uh,
marathoners too, like carbing up beforehand. Like,
yeah.
I'll just get a rice ball, you know?
Yeah. I did ramen, I think, like the night before. And I found this place, and it was what I guess what you would call almost like a hole in the wall. And it was in Ginza. My hotel was in Ginza,
Me
so
too.
I wasn't. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I know some people were going to maybe some of the other areas are like, oh, it's hard to find places to eat in Ginza. Um, but I found this ramen spot where it was just kind of like a little hole in the wall. You know, it's just this tiny little bar. You know, the one I think one person worked there, which was the guy right behind the counter, and he was making the ramen and everything. And there were a couple people already there, young business people sitting there and having their ramen. And there's a vending machine that you go to and you pick your ramen order and pay. And I'm with my, Google Translate on my phone trying to figure out what to order. And he finally comes around and helps me. And I'm just like, can I just have a bowl, can I just have a bowl of ramen? And it just helps me pay for it. Like you said, it was probably like a couple dollars, if that.
Yeah.
And then down at the bar and this massive bowl of ramen with everything in it. And it was just, first of all, how am I going to eat all of this? Secondly, it was like it was the tastiest thing I could have ever had. It was so
So
good.
good. That recently
Ugh,
one of
so
our tour
good.
guides told us, I think it was him who told us this. He was like, the Japanese, because he was from Jamaica and he lived there now, and he's like, the Japanese can cook anything, any kind of food better than anywhere else. And I had pizza in Japan, and the pizza was mind blowing. I'm like, holy
Wow.
shit.
Yeah. I probably won't pronounce it right. Gyoza, the dumplings, I
Oh
guess.
yeah, yeah.
Right? Oh, so good. I'm not going to get anything like that back here. No,
Mm-mm.
the quality will never be the same.
No.
We have to go back.
We have to go back. We must go back. So you okay, so Tokyo was 2024. So then you had
So here's 2024.
wait, so you had London. London was 2025. We did that one together, didn't we?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we did
2025.
we did London in the hot London sun.
I know. I know. It was, I think the only thing that really saved me on that was it wasn't that humid, right? There wasn't really high humidity. So it was hot,
Yeah, it was just hot.
but
Yeah.
I think the humidity, okay. Yeah. Lots of hoses.
Yes.
And
I had a
I
lolly.
remember some ice. Oh, good. I was taking ice and sticking it down my sports bra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So okay,
Yeah, it
so
was
you
good.
did so New York you got in with charity. Chicago and Berlin
Yes.
you got in through the lottery.
Lottery.
Tokyo, how did you get into Tokyo?
Tokyo, someone had told me about a virtual thing that they do. So they do these
Oh,
series of virtual half marathons, and you pay. It was like you pay in yen. So I think the translation or
a dollar?
the currency exchange was maybe yeah right. It was maybe around $10. So it was kind of like a paid. Well, Abbott does it too. Abbott World Majors, right? They do their paid, and they're a lot more expensive for their
Yeah.
half marathons. Um, Such a weird experience though with like their website and verify and then go back to this one and you have to enter it. It was so crazy. But once you figured out all that, and I think it was connected to Runkeeper, which I think might be night eight. Oh, maybe it's A6. Anyway, one of their
Okay.
apps. And yeah, you just run like a half. And I think I did maybe about six of them. And then I was selected. And they come out with a so weird. They come out with a series of numbers. Like you're given a number for your, identity. And then they release like the 100 or whatever numbers that won, and you just kind of look through and they're all just like the same. It's like 00056000001. Like, oh, and you have to go through and just look and see if your number's there. And it was there.
Oh
It
my
was there
God.
finally. And yeah, I got in through their lottery, through that like virtual half marathon lottery.
Okay. So how did you get
Yeah.
into to London?
Yeah. London, I ran with charity. I ran
Okay.
with guide dogs for the blind.
Oh yes, I remember
They,
that. You did
I,
all the little headbands.
yeah, yeah, yes,
That was so cute.
yes. That was a fun charity. So my cousin is blind, and she actually has a guide dog herself. So I was inspired with that. Um, and it was a fun experience. That was, I went in contact with them a bit on social media and stuff. And then when I got over there, met them, and then they had a post race party, which was cute. That was fun. And they had some of the guide dogs there, which is
How
really nice.
fun.
Um, yeah, yeah, it was good. So that was really fun. I liked them, and they do great work. Like I love their story and everything. So,
Yeah.
um, it was a lot of fun.
It
And
really
then,
helps when you feel connected to the charity, right? Like when you know the good that
yeah,
they do and it keeps you, I mean, I can't think of a bad charity to run for, but you know what I mean, especially if you have a personal connection, right?
yeah, right, right. Yeah, and that's what they say, right? If you're gonna run for charity, make sure it's something that you feel a connection with, and you know that the work that they do is good, and you can represent them well and raise awareness and all that, and
Yeah.
that's really important to me. Yeah, so looking at Boston, right?
Yeah. So then
Oh,
Boston, you get
Boston.
to
Now
finish
you,
in
I
Boston.
know.
So you did charity for that too? Did you run with the same one?
I ran with Teddy's team, Teddy Bruschi,
Oh yeah.
former New England Patriot. Yeah. So his charity is for stroke and heart disease awareness. And they support like stroke survivors, and he himself had a stroke in the prime of his career. So it in a way to give back to the community. And he's had this organization for 20 years. Actually, this year is celebrating 20 years. And
Wow.
they started out with just 5 runners in Boston, and now the team is up to about 50. And they do other races. They do Chicago Marathon. They do some Disney races,
Okay.
and they also have a few bibs in London. So they are trying to expand, and I'm like, oh, maybe they'll do Sydney.
Yeah. Yeah.
um,
So now, were you
but
trying
yeah, I
all
had,
along to get into Boston, or were you saving that for your last, or like did it just happen to line up that way?
yeah, I mean, I guess the only way that I like tried to get into Boston, because I'm not going to qualify, but was like Abbott had their on their
Oh,
portal, their dashboard, your dashboard. You can do like virtual runs with them, and you can apply for their draw. But other than that, no. I mean, I guess I kind of figured that Boston was probably going to be the last one.
yeah,
Um, and I'm okay with that.
yeah,
I do like that it was in the States, because that's where we are. So I liked that. I liked that I didn't have to do any kind of big travel.
yeah.
But I definitely had mixed feelings going into it. Now you've done Boston a few times, right?
Boston is like my whole heart. Like I love that race so much. Yeah, I did it my first year in 2016. I did it in 2017, and then I did it in 2023.
Wow. And you've run for charity?
I had a crazy story. My brother-in-law works in Boston, and 2016 I literally get a call from my sister-in-law probably 2 months before the race, and she was like, "Hey, Shane has an extra bib that nobody wants. Do you want to run Boston?" And I was like, "Are you fucking
What?
kidding me?" And I was like,
Wow.
yeah, I'll run it." Now, I will tell you, and I tell everybody this, of course, like if you get this opportunity, you take it, right? Like there's no other option.
Yeah. Yeah.
However, you you feel like shit, right? Like you didn't qualify, you didn't raise money. You're just sort of
Mm.
there running the race. And I was so grateful, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
But and then the same thing happened for 2017. I decided to raise money for a charity just to sort of feel better about it, but still had the same like don't really deserve to be here kind of
Wow.
feeling. And then 2023, I did it legit, ran for a charity, raised $8,500, which is still on the low end for Boston,
Mm.
but still did it. And so when I talk about Boston, I'm really talking about like 2023, because that was the year that like I felt good about being there, you know?
The full
The
experience, or
full, the
yeah,
full
like right.
shebang, you know?
Okay.
Because of
Yeah.
course, like charity runners absolutely have a place in these races because of the shit ton of money that we raise for
Mm.
these charities. But yeah, I needed to earn it in that way to feel good about it. So 2023 was definitely like my
Right.
Boston year that I'm proud of, you know?
Right. Right.
So what did you think?
Yeah. So
Was Boston your favorite? What was your favorite out of all of them?
so that it's tough. So here's the thing about Boston, and I don't want to get a lot of like hate mail. I
Do not
have
hate you.
mixed feelings about I had a lot of mixed feelings going into it, right? I've never
Yeah.
I you just see things, and you consume a lot about Boston, and you hear so much about it. It's kind of like maybe it gets put up on this pedestal. Maybe you feel like an imposter syndrome sometimes. Maybe you're like a little bit of Mean Girls, you can't sit with us, so I
Yeah.
had a lot of these like mixed feelings going into it. And I also knew like it's tough because with charity, Boston, you do have to fundraise a lot of money. So there was a lot of doubts too, like, can I even do that? I don't know if I could even do that. So
Yeah.
before deciding on doing it and selecting a charity, and that charity selecting me, because that's also another,
Yeah.
you're not guaranteed a spot, right? So um, but before even jumping into that, I was like, all right, well, what are we gonna, you make a plan, like what am I gonna do to be able to fundraise for this, and then also just the course, like looking at the elevation and stuff like that, like could you compare it to anything, and so I was had a lot in my head about it and never actually saw the course. Like I don't spend a lot of time in Boston, so I don't really know that much about it. Um, so I kind of had a lot of mixed feelings, and I got to Boston. Actually, I did they have a longest long run that they do. So I got to Boston a month before, and I got a little feel. I saw Boylston, I saw Hereford, I saw the finish line, I saw um, like the Lenox Hotel, which is where Teddy's team
Yeah.
stations their post race party. I and then we went on our long run, and we ran, 9 miles of the course. Like I ran 18 that day. So I did 9 miles from kind of like the finish to a little bit beyond the Newton Firehouse, a bit further down, like actually at the overpass. Is that like the 95 overpass? So I ran to that, turned around and came back. So I ran the Newton Hills one way and then the Newton Hills the other way. So um I think I did terribly on that long run. I don't know. First of all, they set it up so great. All the charity teams were there. They had tables. They were cheering for us.
I
You had all
love
the
that they
snacks
do
you could
that.
want. Oh, it was so much fun. They had music playing. It was such a great experience, and I'm very thankful for it, because what it did too is it kind of gave me a little bit of a confidence boost. It gave me like, okay, um, the people of Boston are fantastic. They're supportive. The charities are supported and valued. The charity runners are supported and valued. And it gave me a boost to kind of see what the course is and feel it and know the Newton Hills, and then I could actually like remember this on race day. So that was a fantastic experience. And then the weekend in Boston, man, everyone shows up, everyone, and I don't just mean the spectators, like the brands are there, the elite runners are there, the just everyone is there, and there were so many pop-ups, there were so many things that you could do and experience and purchase, and it's just taking in all of this on social media, and then also the just wow, it was so not like overwhelming, but it was almost a little bit overstimulating. I was just
Yeah.
taking all this information in. And then the charity, we had um, a gala, a night of inspiration gala on Saturday night. And then race morning, we met at the Lenox, and then we had a private bus. I felt like a VIP. We had a private bus to the start. the charities get to stay in the high school gym, the Hopkinton High School gym. So we're hanging out in there. Um, then they tell us, okay, you're ready to go. We just like walk out, no problem. I mean, it was like the easiest little transition. We get onto the corral, the start, and next thing you know, like we're starting. There was no
Yeah.
wait in your corral and shiver for a half an hour or try to stretch or whatever. Like it was just so very smooth and seamless. Next thing I know, I'm running downhill way too fast. Whee!
You can't help it, right? You're like, I'm going.
But I mean, I knew about it, but I was like, I'm here to have a great time. And it was it's the 6th. You have yours
Yeah.
coming up, right? So
Yeah.
for me, I just wanted to take it all in. I just wanted to enjoy it. Just taking the experience, the runners beside me, the spectators in the crowd. I wanted to look around and see the towns, and just really enjoy the characters along the side because there's so
So,
many.
so while you were in it, did you feel differently about Boston?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd have to say, while I was in it, if it's totally different than all the other ones, right? Because all the other ones, you're in a massive city. You're in Tokyo, you're in Berlin, you're in Chicago, New York, London. You're in a big city. I mean, yes, okay, fine. You're in like neighborhoods. No, 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 no.
Yeah.
You're in a city. So
Yeah.
Boston, you're in these like gorgeous little towns.
Yeah.
The up and down all the hills along the way, and it's a totally different race. So that was exciting. I Coming back, like now that I've had time to like process and think about it, it definitely, like I was just like, oh, I don't know, feeling about Boston, and it's definitely won me over on the scale of how much I liked it. And I'm always like, why do I like it now?
Well, and I do know what you mean. Like, there's so much about the marathon. There's so much about some fast runners that make charity runners feel less than. The Nike fucking billboard that came out, I'm sure that didn't help. But I feel like when you are in it, you get that whole sense of what Boston is all about. And those people are so passionate. And I don't know. I think because I always wanted to run it because of the Boston bombings, I always was so inspired, like on the race course, about the charities that are connected to the bombings and just the Boston strong mentality. I don't, that like just going down those streets, and they don't let up. Like there are areas in some of the
Yeah.
others that aren't quite as loud and boisterous, but I just feel like Boston just got it. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to say, so I did have my name on my
Yeah.
race vest, or the singlet that we had for Teddy's team. And I have also had my name on my other race shirts. I heard my name. Maybe I was just more alert in Boston, but I heard my name more in Boston than I think in any race. And I have had it, right up here, very easy to read. Like I said, I do the syllable so I can hear it better. But um, just the support, and I think like the excitement for the runners, it was really special. And like, yeah, there's pain in those hills, right?
Yeah.
There's discomfort on those hills. My quads felt shredded. The only time I've ever like pulled off to the side to a medical tent to get biofreeze was
Mm.
Boston. So I had it on my calves. I got it on my quads, but I didn't cramp up, but I was definitely taking extra electrolytes.
Yeah.
Um, I, I, th- I just, even with all that pain, and all that stuff, I just wanted to, I should say, I didn't want it to end, right?
Yeah.
So even though I'm suffering and I'm like, hurting this or that hurts or I'm tired or whatever it may be, I really just didn't want it to end because, once you got, once you, once you see that Sitco sign, you're
I
close, you're a mile away. And, and then I made the turn, the right on Hereford. And then as soon as I turned left, it was like waterworks. And it was ugly cry time and my photos and I looked crazy and I was like, you know what? I deserve it. I deserve to look crazy on
Yes.
this final stretch. And yeah, cuz I just you just think like it's been 5 years, and you just think of all that it took and everything that you'd been through and everything that maybe you'd been through even before and that not like that those years that you said like I couldn't maybe you said like I couldn't do this, there's no way I could do this, looking back at her be like but you can, like so I'm gonna get emotional
You're making me cry. It's
it's
true.
very emotional. Like you just think about like those years of like um the journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't
So I was
it
just like,
wild? Like in a marathon, you want it to end so badly, but you don't want it to end so badly, especially when you realize like not only how well, it's incredible that you're there running it and you've put in all the work to get there, but also how many people would want to be there, right? Like that's always what goes through my mind.
yeah,
Like this
yeah,
is such a special thing
yeah,
that other people are waiting to get in or working their asses off to
yeah,
get in or applying to charities,
yeah,
applying to lotteries. And I had to have a moment like with myself in Tokyo where I was like, I just want to enjoy all of this. Like I just when the hell will I ever
yeah,
be back to Tokyo? I never imagined myself
right,
even being here. So I don't want to complain.
yeah,
I don't want to wish this
yeah,
over. I want to just like
right,
embrace it. Oh, I get that.
yeah. And that's what
Did you wear that thing on your back that said like this is the like what does it say? Like today is my day or whatever?
yeah. I did. And because it's on your back, so it's usually just the runners that you're with. Or
Yeah,
I
the
should say like the speedy
yeah.
ones that are yeah, so they saw it and and would say like, "Oh, congratulations." But it's funny because it also there was like this point where there were a lot of us. They were in front of me, behind me, passing me, all around me, and I think we were around mile 24, something like that. And this woman comes by and she says something to this man who is a bit older than us, a runner. She to another runner, and she congratulates him on getting his 6 star. And then he said something like "you too." She had it on her back, and then I looked at the two of them and I was like, "Hey, me too." Me three. So it was like the three of us were all
Aww.
running for our 6 star. It was really cool. And then she was
So
like, "I'll see you in the tent."
yeah, so what was that like? Because I volunteered, I was putting people on the bus, but then I went over to watch the finish line for a while, and as I was walking um back, I saw the people in the 6 star tent, like they were waiting for like their first person to come through, and I was trying to wait, but I didn't have time
Oh,
to
that's
wait, but it
cool.
looked so cute, like they were all just like they're so
Yeah.
excited. So like you went through and then like you go find that tent and they're all like ready to welcome you.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. So like I said, don't wish for the finish line, because no matter how much pain you're in during the race, once you cross that finish line, you're going to wish you were right back out on the course.
Yeah.
And I kind of walked across the finish. You know, I had this whole like crying, trying not to cry, ugly cry, you know, moment coming down Boylston. And I walked across the finish line, and there was a man standing there, and I don't know who he was. He obviously probably worked for the BAA. And he just started asking me questions like, how are you feeling? And maybe he's just solid, you know, solid on my face, still kind of in that ugly cry moment.
Yeah.
And I was chatting with him, and I was like, I didn't realize that I was like, I wasn't getting an interview, but I felt like it. And I never had I crossed a finish line of a race, especially a marathon, and immediately just had this conversation. You know, how did it feel? How did it go? How are you feeling? I was like, is there something wrong with me? Like, do I not know? Like, like, what do I look like? I don't even know. So that was cute and fun, and I still don't know who that was. And then just continued on, and honestly, I wish I had taken a little bit more time. I wish I had taken a little bit more time to take the video, take the photo. I guess I was just kind of like consumed in this like
I'm
moment
sure
of
it's a
emotion,
lot.
and was just kind of, yeah, just like zombie walking my way through. And I got to the 6 star, you know, they're holding up the signs and everything. And again, I just wish that I had maybe taken just a little advice, just take all the pictures and the video. Um, but got the medal, spoke with them for a bit, and then got my photo, got my big photo with the medals, um, and that was it. I mean, I don't know. It was it was quite a journey.
Yeah.
I'm just like so grateful, honestly, just so grateful to have had the experience and to travel and meet the people that I met. And I just I had nothing but gratitude afterwards. For the weeks following, I've spoke with some people, and I just can't express it enough. Just how grateful I am to, and then also to finish in Boston, like you said. I didn't know if that was going to be like a big part of this journey. But it ended up probably being the best finish for me.
Yeah.
um, the experience with Teddy's team, just feeling like a VIP, the excitement of the whole weekend, it being Boston, there's always something special about that. And
Yeah.
I
History,
didn't
like the
plan it
women
that way.
runners who created the way or paved the way for us.
Yeah, I know. And I didn't expect it to to end in Boston, and I'm very thankful that it did. I think it was
Did you get
like
the
the
Boston
best ending.
blues? Were you sad afterwards?
I was actually, I don't think I, maybe a little bit, but honestly, the funniest thing happened after probably about a week to week and a half. And I never really got it at another marathon. I was in such a fog, like just, you know, just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Like my cognitive function was just like, I don't know how I was working, and I have people who check my work. And I'm thankful that they do, because I don't know what I did. I had no business driving a car. I was just like, I did take like a little video, and I put it on Instagram. I went into my local supermarket, went to the bathroom, walked by someone that was washing their hands, went and used the stall, came out of the bathroom, saw a man in the bathroom, thought it was weird. And I washed my hands, and I turn, and another man comes into the bathroom and walks over to the urinals. I was in the men's bathroom. No idea. I think I just had like these blinders on. I couldn't snap out of it. I definitely like I don't know. I've never had that happen before. Like, physically you'll be sore,
Yeah, yeah.
but to just be in this like total mental fog, yeah, I had no business driving, trust me. Like it was it was good, but that's never happened before. Um, as a matter of fact, yeah, I don't know if I'll ever live that down, but it was good.
That's hysterical. Well, I mean, it was
Yeah.
a huge accomplishment. I'm sure it was like a big shock to the system, right? All of it. It's a lot.
Yeah,
It's a lot.
it is. It
So
is a lot.
Sydney for you is that like top priority next or sort of whenever it happens?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely entertaining that. Not this year, because I think training for that would like really have to have started already. So possibly next year, that would be great. Just to give my body a little bit of time to recover and get my brain working again.
Now, have
um,
you heard anything about like I know I know sometimes they say like the more stars you have, the more chance you get at like other lotteries. Is there an increased chance of getting into Sydney since you have your 6 star now, or does it not matter?
I did do their draw for this year. I had one chance and I didn't get in, but I don't think that's like I think I only needed to have 3 stars in order to get in the Sydney
Okay.
um, lottery. Yeah, yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe next year.
That's a
How
big
about
one.
you? Are you going to
That's
continue?
even further than Tokyo for me at least. Well, you
I
can be.
know. I know. Yeah. Um, it is pretty far, but it would be a fun trip though.
Oh
You
my
know.
God, it would be amazing. Yeah,
Well, these experiences are definitely like once in a lifetime. So
absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't have any like pressing plan to do Sydney. It'll just be whenever it it happens, or when I
If
get
it falls in
pressed
your
enough
lap.
to have some sort of goal or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not top priority for me.
Right, right.
I gotta pay off all this other
Yeah.
shit, all this other travel.
I know. That's why I was like, a little bit of a break from traveling
Yeah.
for the
Well, I
moment.
have I feel like I have this never ending bucket list of races, and the US ones have taken a back seat obviously because of all the international travel. So I do like next year I have like a bunch of races that I've just wanted to do for a while that I'll do.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
do the Little Rock, uh maybe just the half, but they have like the best metal. I don't know if you've
Okay.
seen the Little Rock metal. It's glittery and
I
huge.
think I have. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that. That Detroit race that goes from like Detroit to Canada. Like I want to do that one.
Right.
Yeah, there's
I
a
know.
bunch.
There's so many good ones. I did run Marine Corps Marathon because that's a bucket list one, and they have a tremendous medal. And then I did Philadelphia Marathon twice, but I don't know. I was kind of thinking about shifting to back to half marathons and
It's a
maybe
good
working on
distance.
a time goal. Yeah,
I love it because it's like
yeah, yeah.
it's not nearly as hard on your body, but it's still a great challenge.
Mm. Oh yeah, yeah. It's a good distance, and then you finish, you're like, ooh, I'm done.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I am so happy
Like,
for you. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing so
thank
much of your
you.
journey on Instagram. Yes, put that shit on. Like, you should be
You're
wearing
gonna
it
be
in
getting this
Sydney.
one soon.
Oh my God. I love it. Well,
Yes. Thank
I'm gonna put
you.
your Instagram in the show notes so everyone can follow along and see what you decide to do next.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. This was so much fun. I knew it would be.
I know. I'm looking forward to seeing your finish in Berlin.
I'm excited. I really am getting excited. It'll be amazing, I'm sure,
Yeah. Yeah.
Just fun. And
I'm
that's always
happy
my
for you.
goal too, is just to have as much fun as possible. So
Yeah.
I'll be doing that,
Yeah.
maybe drinking beer the whole way. Who
And
knows?
that is an iconic finish. And that is a finish that I could totally ugly cry too.
Really? It's so
Oh
exciting.
yeah. Oh yeah. It is chills. Like it's good. It's a good finish. Yeah.
Oh, good. I can't wait.
Yay.
Well, I'll see you on the gram. We'll keep in touch.
Okay. All right.
Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
I sure hope you guys loved that episode as much as I loved our conversation. So much fun. So much fun. So inspiring. Go run a fucking marathon. And just remember to enjoy every minute and smile and just be so grateful that you're able to, because I know how I feel and obviously how Liz feels about our journeys. And it's just so exciting to be able to do it, and so amazing what our bodies do for us. So if this episode spoke to you, send it to a friend, take a screenshot, share it in your stories. I appreciate you being here so much. Don't forget, I also have exclusive content available for $10 a month. You support the podcast and you get 2 bonus episodes per month at least. Lots of more insights into the things that I struggle with. Also behind the scenes looks at, deeper conversations into the podcast, and hopefully things that you can take and will help your life too, if not just hearing how messy my life is. Love you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll see you soon. Mwah. And thank you for Liz for coming, because that was fun.